Max Holloway, who I think we've both said kind of good things about. I don't know. Against Yair Rodriguez, who is possibly your favorite fighter of all time. Well, you know,
I'm surprised he made it to the fight.
Well, I just look at it this way. Sometimes, you know, you get those, you know, matchups where it's, you know, Yair's had some great fights, and then he's had, you know, some fights where he had some problems. You know, he had the Korean Zombie fight, which I thought he was losing, and then he won it with the last,
he was getting his ass
last second elbow that knocked the Korean Zombie out. Hey, that's the whole point. He kept hanging in there and doing things and got the win at the end. So, look, we know he's got skill. He's good.
Yeah.
Does he have the skill to stay with Max Holloway, though? I don't think so.
No.
Okay. That's about the way I look at it.
No. Look. I think he's fun.
He is.
From the moment I first saw him, I think his first fight in the UFC was in Mexico City, right? Was that his first fight in the UFC?
Well, he was wasn't he in the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah, but I mean, like the first.
I think you're right, Josh. Oh no,
it was the Verdum one.
Yeah, but he was in Ultimate
Fighter. No,
Fight.
yeah, it was Verdum and Kane. It was the one. It was in Mexico City. That's the one that I saw.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that would have
been. He fought Charles Rosa.
It would have been 188 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways,
180 was the first one. That's the one we did.
Yeah.
That was Hunt and
Verdum.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, from the first time I saw him, I was a fan right off the bat. I loved everything about him. I was like, this kid is amazing. I love the way he fights, the aggressiveness, the flashiness, the fun. Didn't get tired, kept coming after it. I was high on him. And then, you know, he started pulling all the stunts with all the, you know, I'm going to fight you. No, I'm not going to fight you. Just, I can't deal with that. Anyways, to move on, his athleticism, his ability, you can't deny that. Okay, and the fact that he'll continue to fight to the last second as he proved against Korean Zombie. Yep. Great point, John. That was a great point. But when it comes to the matchup, he was losing to Korean Zombie. I think I had him losing every round. He might have won one round in that fight.
I don't think I had him losing every round, but he was losing.
Yeah, he was losing. But when I look at if I was, and I'm going to go back to MMA math. If I was to match up Korean Zombie and Max Holloway, it wouldn't be a close fight. And Max Holloway with the speed, the reach, the range, his boxing ability,
distance control,
mixing up the case, the distance control, the conditioning, the cardio, the pace of pushing that young kid around. I think he's just going to maul Yair. Now, maybe Yair is going to prove me wrong. He might. The kicks might be a factor. Yep. I think if he takes a page out of the champ, Volkanovski out of Volk's book, if he takes a page out of Volk's book and starts landing the legs, it could change the tempo of the fight and make it easier for him to catch Max, you know, in the transition. It's going to be harder for him to put weight down on the punches. If he can do that early in a 5-round fight, he'll have a chance. But Max is a stud, man. I just have a hard time going against Max anytime, because he's so damn good. And I know, was his last fight Calvin Kattar?
Yep.
He had a fight after that.
Nope.
Yeah, so his last fight was Calvin Kattar?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, coming off that type of performance, I mean, he's got to be thinking, I'm just going to get better from here, you know, and he's a stud. He's just an absolute stud. You know, he just ran into somebody that's a buzzsaw, man, a small little buzzsaw called Volk. So I think Max going to walk away with this fight. He's going to walk away with it pretty easily. The leg kicks will be a factor, though.
Yeah, if there's one thing that the Calvin Kattar fight showed is, look, you've got to do more than just box. Yeah. With Max Holloway, you got to present more problems for him, because if you don't, he's going to get into a groove and he's going to just start, you know, picking you apart. And he's got that skill. And when a guy is able to talk to the commentating table while avoiding punches and then throwing his back, you know that he's in a groove and he's feeling pretty good. But I do think that the kicks of Rodriguez, like you're saying, I think they're super important. I think he has got to continue those, and I think he needs to continue them down on the low calf and up high. Stay away from the mid-range with Max, because he counters off of him very well to mid-level. But I agree with you. I think Max Holloway runs away with this fight.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. When we talk about fighters kick into the head, kick into the body, and then kick into the legs, the reason why we say, like in this situation with Max is very good at blocking and throwing right back.
Yep.
Now, if you throw head kicks, there's more of a focus on blocking it and making sure it didn't get through than there is on countering. If you throw just to the body, like to the arms of it, they will sometimes just block it with their body and dig into it and then counter off of that really well. So in the leg kicks, it's one of those things, check and counter, or just take the kick and then counter. So that Max does that very well, that John was pointing out. Those are the type of things that when we talk about these things, you guys pay attention and listen to, is because the details make a big difference. I think he should kick. If I'm Yair, I'm throwing stuff to the head because you know, eventually you may be able to catch him. That could end the fight. That, or he's going to spend so much time making sure that I'm blocking him, or he's going to make sure he's blocking him properly so he doesn't get kicked in the head. And then the leg kicks. If you kick to the body, he'll catch the kick and throw and counter, or he'll just take it and throw and counter. And that could end up, you could end up getting him with some big shots from Max.
Yep.